Hey guys, so coming on, we're going to finish up these cute earrings that we're doing, and these little mushroom, and this I'm going to do as a pendant. So we're going to clean these up a little bit and then turn them into earrings. I got some hyperallergenic backs and everything that I needed. The girl that I'm making them for wants gold, so we got gold. So we're good there. And these are going to need a little bit of cleanup from the standpoint of they are a tad, got a few edges, which I was really good about getting all my tools except my little Dremel and little nail grinder doodad. So I'm going to put a fresh one on here. This is a pretty rough sandpaper. I want a little bit finer because this being the UV resin. So I'm just switching that out on our tool. This is that nail tool that I'm using. So I think I showed it in another video. And yeah. So I'm just going to kind of gently go around the edges and take off any like overlap of the resin that popped up. Now of course this gets super dusty and I'm going to just have to clean it up. Bear with us kind of thing. And so I want to put my air purifier on too while we're doing this. So yeah, that cleaned up very nicely. The only thing I maybe don't like about this particular tool for this stuff is it doesn't have different speeds, whereas my Dremel tool does, so I could slow it down a little. But that's okay. We're gonna make this one work. Oh, these are just so dang cute. I just love them. There wasn't a ton of little imperfections, but there are some. So I'm just trying to get them kind of cleaned up as best as possible on very tiny pieces, of course. And you just gotta hold it in a way that you don't get your fingers. So I think my daughter wants studs for these, and I think I'm gonna do these too for her friend. So those are the ones I'm focusing on. Like I said, there's not much, but a little imperfection on the stem. Whoop. Oh gosh. I hope I didn't lose that. I'll have to go back through the video and see where it spun off to. Okay, I'll look here in just a second because I'm not finding it. Oh, that's terrible. Okay. I swear I thought I heard it hit over here, but I don't see it now. Okay, so that is something you gotta be careful of. I think it was about done. Truly. But now I'm like terrified to do anything with this one for fear I throw it. Little imperfection. Okay. Let's see if we can find. Oh, that's the other thing I don't like. It has a forward and back, which I get when you're doing nails. That would be beneficial, but when I'm doing resin, it is not beneficial. I'm wondering if that shot all the way off my table and onto the floor. Of course, I keep seeing our stinking little acorns. I'm so bummed they're acorns and not our apples that I wanted it to be. Let's see. Don't mind me. You guys can't see me, but I am crawling around on the floor trying to find that to see what it could have gone. I might have to pause y'all and do a full-on hunt for it because we kind of need it to finish this. So that's what I'm going to do so that I'm not taking up y'all's time while I'm on the hunt, since it's not like jumping out at me, which is so weird. My space is really not that dirty, y'all. So the fact that I can't see it is weird. So I'm going to pause y'all. Give me a few minutes. Be right back. Alright, y'all. I finally found it. It had shot back, actually, and it was near my pliers. And it was like kind of up against it, so I couldn't see it. But I found it after crawling all over underneath my desk and getting my youngest to come in and look. Found it. I'm going to go ahead and clean these up. I'm also glad that I stopped the video because I realized in reviewing that, I realized I was somewhat out of frame in parts. So I apologize. I'm using my new standing desk, which is super helpful. But it's a little bit, I'm short too, so it's a little hard for me to see where my camera is aiming. So still getting used to that. Alright. I was like, oh, I might as well clean these up too while I'm out doing this, right? These ones, because I was more in a rush to get them done, have a few more imperfections, especially around the stem. So that's why I'm... Well, that one ping-ponged, okay? That one definitely ping-ponged. Now, where he went... Oh, see, I feel like it's so sensitive. Oh my gracious. I'll be so glad when we're done with these little pieces. I almost need to, like, hold them between pliers, but that one might have shot to the floor. Oh, gosh, y'all. Am I gonna have to pause us again? Because do any of you ever come into your craft space and, like, if you're like me, you don't get a lot of spare time, right? So when we come to our craft space, that's like our haven, our enjoyable time. Oh, it's right there at my feet. It ping-ponged and shot at my feet. But anyway, it's our haven time. It's like our time. But then you get in here and you start going, and this kind of stuff happens. And you're like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm supposed to be enjoying. This is supposed to be peaceful, not chaotic. This is my time, not chaos time. Can the chaos gods, like, ease up, or the chaos gods give me grace? Like something. Like, gracious. Because that's how I feel sometimes. Or, like, you know, I've shared that Wednesdays are my day in the craft space, and normally that's totally fine. But then you end up getting some days. I'm looking to see if that's my smallest. Some Wednesdays, like, I come down and I'm like, or come in, up, whichever part of the house I'm in. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And then all chaos breaks loose in the house. And you're like, are you kidding me? Why? Why on today? Today's Wednesday. I'm supposed to have my day. I think this is my smallest one. Yeah, this one's definitely bigger. Okay. Anywho, so I'm going to drill a hole so that I can get these, like an eyelet into it. So I'm on the second speed of my Dremel, and I want to just start a hole. I don't want to go too crazy. I want to keep it as straight as possible. And I don't want to go super deep in. So, I know, great instructions, right? Like, hey, don't go too far in. Keep it as straight as possible. Oh, see, that's why we don't want that to happen. And you don't want to go too much too quick, because you will jam your tool up. I'm trying to get all this dusty stuff done so that we can, and I'm just eyeballing it, y'all. Like, this is just an eyeball kind of thing. Okay. Alright. Let me see if these kits have any of the little, no, they don't. Okay. That's why I brought my jewelry toolbox over to the craft space, which I almost knocked it off a minute ago. Like, God. And let you know that those, what I'm looking for is not in here. Maybe they're over here. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. So, those feel a little bit on the biggish side for the size of it. I do have 3 though, gold ones. That might be fine. I feel like my silver ones are a little smaller. Oh, well, that doesn't even have any threads to go in there. Let's see. Yeah, see, my silver ones are a little smaller. So let's try the gold and see where we get. Oh, there's these ones. Are these a little smaller? Oh yeah, let's do these. Oh, well then that one looks bigger. Sheesh. Shish. Okay. Oh, I think these are smaller too. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay. It was just a fluke that there was a big one in there. Put your little silver one back. Alright. So, this is where it's going to get a little bit tricky and interesting. And we're working in a really small pieces. So I'm going to try to zoom in and stay basically within this working field for y'all. I am going to clear this off for just a second and wipe this dust off though, because that's really, oh, this pendant's stem feels really hollow. We had some issues with it, but I think it will be okay. I think we'll get it. I should have maybe wiped this off before I brought everything out, you know. Guess what? My water spray is close. I think I found its home right next to my table. Everything's starting to really find its home. which makes me so happy. Of course, this mat still is got like resin and stuff on it. That's not going to affect what we're doing. I just wanted that dust off of there so that we can really focus and see our pieces here. Okay, of course I mixed up these. There's not much difference, but these two are the clear winners for the one backs. Alright, so this is where it gets a little fun because we are working with teeny tiny pieces. And this is where I always feel like I have the fattest fingers, which I know they're not that fat, but you know, it just makes you feel. I've got some E6000 glue. Making sure I was reading my numbers correctly. Yep, it is 6,000. And I hope that I have enough in this one. If not, I'm going to have to scavenge. Nice thing about these is that it's just curls up on itself. But basically I want to just get a little bit of this glue. That was pretty dried out, right? That little bubble of it. I just want a little bit of it on the stem of our screw. And I can clean that up a little bit more once it gets in there. But then I want to just put that in the hole and turn. And if I need to, I'll get my pliers. So it's getting a little bit more resistance, so I'm definitely going into the resin probably, which is what I wanted. I didn't want to drill that hole too deep and then this not be able to thread into it. So it's just a fine happy median of like the right amount of pressure and spin. I'm gonna go one more. Actually, it might be kind of cute because then you could just thread your chain right through there and that be done. Now I am going to add a little bit of UV resin on these and cure that up. Like I want them to have a very solid. So this is just kind of a starting point of getting those in. It's not going to pull straight out, so that's good. But we're going to give it a little bit more support than just this. I think this glue was towards its end. I mean, it is a thicker glue, but it shouldn't be this thick. But that's okay. We're going to make it work. It's going to be fine. Oh, this one I might have went in a little too much. Yep. Because, see, I have full on give. So, I'll show you what we're going to do with that one to make it work. Let's see if I did that on this one too. That's why I wanted my smallest drill bit. See if I can get enough on there. I don't know. Okay, this one I didn't go in as far. The question is can I get it to Yep. I just need to get it started. It's one of those. If we can get it started, we'll be golden. But we're not getting it started. I'm wondering if that's just not as sharp right now. You can see my hole in the back here. Oh, come on. I want to. Oh, it's like I know you want to. Okay. Well, that one was very promising. These are not being so promising. Let's see if I can. It's hard because if you start to get it and then you lose momentum, you might not finish it. Oh, I think we're getting it. So cute. Dang, I wish I hadn't drilled that hole so well. But, you know what we're going to do is we're going to take just a little bit of UV resin. And we're going to put a little bit on our silicone brush, just about like that. That's almost empty, so that's why I'm laying it on its side. And we're just going to plop a drop. Basically try to put that in there, and then I'm going to just take our UV light and put it over it for just a moment, cure that up mostly. I won't go the whole 2 minutes, but then what I'll do is I'll screw into that and then we will seal it better too. So it'll be kind of a twofold here. Hopefully I don't have it so sealed that we can't get in it. I think the best is me to do this down. Yep. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't want to break it. Oh, gracious, y'all. Alright, we're going to drill this just a small, ever so lightly, hole. So I did that just a very, very small little indent for us. Gracious. Still not enough though. Get this on a 2. We're getting it now, we're getting it. Oh yeah, because now it's using some of the resin that was in there. It didn't cure up. Okay. Did we do it? No, we go like a half more. Okay. Whew. Gracious. Alrighty. So the next step is I want just a smidge of resin. So I'm just going to put a very tiny amount in to this container. Probably that's all I need. Oh, that's not the lid. Wrong lid. Good news is that's pretty well done with the glue, so I think when we're done with this project, that glue is gonna go bye-bye. So what I'm doing with this UV resin is I'm basically going around our, there was some cured on my tool, around the little eyelet, not wanting to seal the eyelet hole, but seal in and around. And it's clear, so somebody's not going to really see that on the piece. Basically connecting it fully in. Oh, these are so darn cute. Sometimes we just have to push through the chaos and get there. Alright, I'm going to set that to the side because we still have a little bit there. And I'm going to stick this on top of there. Probably should pull this glue out of there. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull backs out. This has, I'll link what I ordered. But this has 3 different sizes, both in gold and silver, and they're hyperallergenic, and it's got both the metal backs as well as some of the silicone backs, which is really nice. So I figured that was a really nice kit to have on hand. Oh, actually, I'm gonna make that other set while we're doing it, right? So I might as well pull out. I think the small ones are the only ones that are gonna work, because those are so teeny. So I'm going to get 2 of each of those small. And then this kit just had some jump rings, silicone backs, and then our earring pieces, for dangly earrings. So get a couple of those out. I always check them because, like, there's an imperfection one. I have a little spot that I put those in my kit over here, which I laugh because I do this and then I'm like, well, do I really need to hang on to them? Probably not, but I'm terrible about throwing things away. So at some point I'll either figure out a use or I will toss them. I won't keep hoarding them, but for now, that's where they're at. Alright, so, and I wasn't worried about the little mushrooms getting a little UV light. It's not going to hurt them. Those are so cute. So cute. So, that's looking so good. So that is now solid on there, which is fantastic. That's what I wanted. So now I gotta decide on these. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little jump ring on them. Yeah, they're gonna get a little jump ring as well. Got 2 of those. Okay. Perfect. And then for these guys, we are going to flip them. And if we need to, we might just stick them on a little bit of tape just to hold them in place for ourselves. Actually, I'm going to do one better. We are going to use the blue tacky stuff, because that actually works better for this situation. So this is just blue tacky stuff. Okay, I have a little container somewhere. It's not going to take but the small amount. And we're just going to roll a little bit up, put it on the front, and then be able to push this down. Well, we're going to have to do it on our glass because it's not going to stay otherwise, because it's not going to stick to the silicone. But we're going to be able to stick that down to where the back is flat. So these little guys just might be the ones that get me. I'm going to try to turn the flash off so that it's not. Alright, can we see everything? Yes. Okay. Everything that we need to right now. So just a little bit on it. And then pushing it to where the back is up and flat for me. Because if we put it on the tape, you know, you might end up inadvertently putting it a little not flat. Whereas the tacky stuff has a little give, like putty, that you can then do that. I'm going to also do the backs of these. I'm going to do a little doming on them. I'm not going to stick them down because I don't really need that. But I do want to do a little doming on them. I'm going to try to use this 6000 glue. I want to just put this, I think this glue is just done. Dang. I think I have some, but I have white. And I really didn't want to use white. Not that it's like, not that I'm going to blame my daughter, but she came in and she uses it and then doesn't tell me that, hey, I took your last one. There's what it's supposed to look like, y'all. Hi, there we go. Like, I knew it was supposed to be thick, but not that thick. So I just want a little bit on so that I can do that. And we're going to seal with some resin too. So this isn't the be all end all glue, because I know people have issues with if you use just the 6000, it sometimes doesn't always stay. So we're going to double up on here, basically. And I'm trying to not use a ton, though on this one I did. And I'm going to just try to scrape a little bit of that off. And then I'll redo it. This stuff is pretty potent, too. Just for those who are curious. Okay. Yay! I'm so glad I filmed that. Yay! Okay. That other one's garbage. See, at least I didn't hang on to that. Then, I have some solid builder gel. This is for doing your nails. No, it's the unlikely thought for this, but it does work. We're just going to take a very small amount, and I don't wear gloves for this kind of stuff because honestly, I couldn't work with this stuff in gloves. And I'm going to basically make a ball and then go all the way down around that knob, and then basically press that down, and that's going to cure up with, guess what, our UV light. I need to, and it doesn't really stick to your fingers. Sometimes it will if you have like a super dry spot, so I'm not super worried about it sticking to my fingers. It's more getting it down and around. And then I'm going to also, we're almost triple doing this in a way. Oh, they're trying to escape here. I don't like it. because we're also going to put some UV resin on. But this is just to give us another sealant. I don't like that one moving so much. Don't like it. And again, it doesn't take a ton, because these are really small pieces. And I'm just trying to make sure I get it all off the back of the earring before I cure it, and then I ripped it right on off of the thing. Good job. Okay. I'm not always in screen tonight. I'm really sorry. I'm trying. I'm trying hard. Alright, let me peel off my fingers. And that's not going to stick to silicone, so you can use your silicone brushes to help push that and also pull off of the studs. Okay, perfect. Put your lid back on. Okay, cool. All right, we're going to cure that because I need that to be solid before we go trying to put resin on top of it. So, put that on. Too many. I got stuck to the magnet on the bottom. I'm going to actually pull out my earring ones so that we can start putting, even though we're going to back them, I'm going to go ahead and get the get them put together. So jump ring, if you don't do a lot of jewelry, has a little slit for an opening. This is a jump ring tool, and I did just drop said jump ring. So let me, yep. So you have to find where that little opening is, and then this little jump ring tool helps you open the jump ring and close it, which is super beneficial. I wish I had this when I made a ton of earrings when I was a kid. Would have been a lifesaver. Me trying to close them with my fingers and 2 pairs of pliers. It was always a disaster. Look. Maybe. Look at that! I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'll have to put these in a little baggie for my daughter to take to school with her when she does take them in. Sometimes my pliers get in the way, especially with these being so teeny tiny and dainty. But then, like, I need my pliers up here to be able to close it. And, like, don't drop it. You know, no pressures. Yay. Yay. Boop, boop. Y'all can't see me, but I'm doing a little happy dance because I really like them. Okay. Now we gotta have a little fun. So now we are going to coat these with some UV resin on the backs, kind of doing a doming. So like on this guy, he's gonna need a little bit more than just the average ones over there. So him, I'm gonna put the resin right on. Same thing here, not a ton, just a little drop. And then I'm going to put some in my cup so I can use my tool to spread that around. when these get to the end of them, I put them in a little cup upside down, but they get all flimsy and crazy. So the thing with this guy is he is a little slanted. So I need to get this resin moved around. Now, should I have put on a glove? Probably. Would have been probably smart. Did I? No. Are we just going with it? Yep. Sure be. So I'm wanting to make sure that the resin gets over every part of the surface. And you might be able to see some bubbles in this when it's inside already at the back. So nothing you can do about that. It's already done. Already done, diddly done. So nothing more to be had. And that is just fine. I'm not worried about it. It's at the back. It's going to be resting on the shirt. And if you want, you can, where you did your dremeling or, you know, touch-ups on the edges, you can kind of hit those with a little bit of the extra resin, and it will hide what looks like an incomplete edge, basically. The sanded, roughed up part. Okay, so then these little ones are going to be challenging, but basically we want to go on them. And I'm trying to not hit the stud part that's going to go in the ear so that you don't get a clump of resin on there, because that would be awkward. But I am trying to go all the way around to seal, and making sure I bring it onto the stem of the mushroom as well, just to give that extra support and connection. And I'm trying to move semi-quickly so that if any resin is wanting to try to run off an edge, that it's going to get cured before it can. So that's why you see me kind of working quick and focused. Okay, let's cure these up for about 5 minutes to let that fully set up, since that hopefully is our last little bit that we are going to do. And in the meantime, while that's doing its jazzy thing, I'll do a little cleanup in my workspace so that that is done. Oh, where are they working? I finally got collars for the dogs. It just alerts them if they're being too yappy. But I took them off because it's evening time. Hush! I think my husband is out of town, and so they've been so antsy because of that. And so any little noise, they've been like, all crazy. And so I did get them little collars that just vibrate and beep at them when they're getting too yappy. But like I said, one, those collars need to charge, and two, I took them off because it's evening time. You don't want them. They don't need them on all the time. But during work hours, I need them. So I was like, let's see how they do without them. Maybe they'll just have learned. Clearly not. I hit a check or something. But by golly, you put those collars on, they know. It's amazing. My female dog, she's so dang smart. And she's such a pleaser. so she will not mark with it on. Boy dog will test it. I think that's a typical boy thing, right? No offense, but I think so. Alright, so like I said, I'm just kind of doing a little cleanup of my area, trying to just get things put back in place. I know y'all can't see that because I've got you so zoomed in, but that's fine. I've got another glitter mess to clean up because typical boy dog decided to run and bump something that had glitter in it. And it's all over the carpet, y'all. All over the carpet. I was like, are you kidding me? But, and it's how it is when you have kids and dogs and cats. The dogs are four-legged babies. Alrighty. I'm just getting our backs ready for these so that I can put the pieces away. I do love how this one comes all sorted. Something about that really makes me happy. These ones are in little bags and it's in a really nice container, for sure. And I'll probably combine them with some of my other stuff that I have, but for now, just to get it put away, it's going in the toolbox. That holds all that fun, good stuff. Okay. Alrighty. Shimmy and roll here, folks. Let's get it on. Okay. Truly, it's been 5 minutes, right? I spent 5 minutes cleaning, didn't I? Come on. The part that kills me the most is the wait. The wait. Okay, try to put other things away, but I'm sure it's almost done. And I'm just ready to get it. I did something to my pinky. It's weird. Like, you can't see anything. But by golly, it feels like I got this big old scratch all the way down it. It's the weirdest thing. I don't remember bumping it. Who knows? With me, there is no telling. I couldn't resist, y'all. I had to look. I had to. Okay. It's got to be almost 5 minutes, right? I didn't look at the clock for the video to see what we were at when I turned it on, so I don't know. But it's got to be close. Because I feel like I've done plenty. Yay! Okay. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. That really helped get that more solid. Look how cute. These we got to take off our sticky stuff. But they came out really cute. And I'm going to put their little backs on. Huh. Okay, I was like, is that back going to go on? Okay. Made me nervous pushing that back on there because I was like, is it gonna go? I guess just because they're the locking kind, it took a little bit of force. So I think there's got to be another one that is the set. This is the bigger white dots. Ouch. Stomach. That one. Well, I made myself bleed, y'all. Gracious. Oh, that one might need a little more cure here at the top. see. Or was my finger just... Nah, yeah, we're good. I don't like how this went on though. Okay. This looks crooked to me. I guess it's fine. Alright, last one. Yeah, this little dotted. It's funny how as the artist you can definitely tell them apart. Okay. So look, let me put our flash back on so y'all can see these. Look at these. Look at how cute that little pair of earrings is. Is that not the cutest, y'all? And even these with the bigger dots are really cute. I mean, adorable, right? And then we have our pendant. So put that on a necklace. Be super, super cute. I think it's adorable. It even kind of curves like you would expect a mushroom. These are the clear silicone backs for the hanging earrings. And I'll bring them closer. I love these. I'm not a mushroom fanatic, but I will say these are pretty stinking freaking cute for sure. I love it. So hope y'all enjoyed a little short tutorial two-part series making some UV resin mushroom earrings and a pendant. And I will see you guys again soon for some more resin projects. Hope you liked. Continue to watch and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.